for me, it was a no-brainer. I have played a loyal game thick and thin the whole way through. If I were to swap my vote or change anything, number one, she wouldn't have even gone home. And number two, I would have been put on blast for saying that I played a loyal game and then ultimately didn't. My point of view is that my big move is having the confidence to sit in final tribal with these two guys, as long as Austin doesn't flip, and believe that my game was truly better than theirs. And so that will be my pitch. And hopefully we can get through it and we'll see where it goes.
Well, Final Four, congratulations. It's a big accomplishment. However, for the last time, immunity is indeed back up for grabs. This challenge has never been used before as a final immunity challenge, but it is the perfect blend of endurance, focus, and sheer determination. One of you is about to secure your seat at the final tribal council, where you will get to plead your case to the jury on why you deserve to win DCP All-Stars.
For your last challenge, we invite you to channel energy from the 2001 Grammy Award-winning Best Rock Song, With Arms Wide Open. That's right, everyone. You're playing Creed, and here's how it works.
So for this challenge, you will need 10 solo cups and 2 ping pong balls. Players will start with 2 upside down solo cups on a flat surface, each with a ping pong ball resting on top. Players will then have 30 seconds to pick up their cups, balancing the ping pong ball on top, and assume a T pose with their arms stretched straight out, with arms wide open. At regular intervals, players will add a cup to the bottom of each stack to increase the difficulty. And you will have 30 seconds to get reset and resume your position. If your ping pong ball falls off your cup while in the T-pose, or you are unable to assume the position within the 30 seconds, you will be eliminated. The last player standing will win the final immunity challenge and guaranteeing themselves a spot in the final 3, where you will have a chance to plead your case as to why you should win this game. For the other 3, one of you will fall just short and be the 8th and final member of the jury. So let's get it started. For the last time, survivors ready. Go. You have 30 seconds to get set.
Austin is locked in.
Maddie needs to be farther out with her arms. Should be straight out. Simmons needs to be farther out. Your arms should be straight. Simmons, you need to keep going.
Maddie's good. Austin is good. Zucker is good. Simmons is good.
Okay, this challenge is on. Okay, the first round is over. You can go ahead and set your cups down on your table and build your 2-cup stack. Okay, survivors ready. Your 30 seconds begins now. Arms need to be straight out. Everybody looks good.
This is the easy part.
Okay, 10 seconds down.
Maddie's dropped. She's
got 15 seconds.
Got to get your arms out.
Got to get arms out in the next 10 seconds, everybody.
Zucker drops. He's got 4 seconds. That's gonna be it. And Maddie is not set either. That's it. Austin and Simmons are locked. Gonna need to see both arms come up slightly. Yes, Austin, that is you as well. Both arms, sorry, all 4. And we are good. One of Austin or Simmons will lock themselves in at final tribal council. The other could come so very close. And Simmons
like
balls
that.
drop. Austin wins final four immunity. The final immunity guaranteeing himself a spot at final tribal council. Austin, congratulations. And for the rest of you, Maddie, Simmons, or Zucker, one of your Survivor All-Star dreams will come just a bit short.
As soon as they said endurance, I was like, oh shit. Because I'll be blatantly honest. The last time we did a final three that was endurance, it was a wall sit and I dropped in 2 minutes. So the fact that it had to deal with like an outstretch of arms, I'm not the best at that either. So I was on the brink of thinking, this is it. I'm not winning. As long as one of the other two win, we're fine. But then it came down to it was me versus Simmons. And I knew I had to beat him. I had to beat him to make any notion of any jury talk understandably 100%. I can't go in winning one challenge with an argument. That just can't happen. So I knew I had to beat him. So I closed my eyes. I dug deep into the soul that everyone thinks I have, but I know I don't, and wished upon the fact that I know that this was mine. Like I've worked too hard. I've played too many games. I've gotten so close, and I knew from that point on I'm not going home. And I was very surprised to win, but I am here.
Pretty stoked when Karen went home. I was a little bit nervous for myself, obviously. I know she claimed to have had an idol. Didn't think she did, but always, there was only 2 idols played. One was a legacy advantage and the other one was an actual idol. So could there have been? Yeah, of course. But if I would have got idled out, I think I was at peace with that. It is what it is at the situation we were in. But nonetheless, still here. Didn't win the immunity challenge. I knew I was gonna have a hard time with that one. I'm not great with steadying my hands and stuff like that. I thought I had a chance on the transition from the first to second cup, and that's where the 2 others dropped. But ultimately, Austin came out on top. So, a lot to think about here.
Okay, this is fucking it. I'm done. I'm done. Like, I don't give a shit. This is what we said we were going to do at the very beginning.
I don't care who wins. It's great. Fair fight. Fair fight.
Oh my God.
Ow. I cannot believe it.
I knew as soon as he dropped, I said, yes, let's go. Like, I was.
Okay, but don't be too happy just in case he pops.
No, I know.
Well, Austin could be happy.
Going back to just my immunity win, I feel like that was huge and key because it really opened the door for having the big threats kind of be the targets for that round, being Simmons and Karen. Personally, I knew the last challenge, even though Simmons has won plenty before, it could have been anything, right? And in the end, it didn't matter because it was Austin who won. So just, again, getting Karen out, I felt like she wasn't someone that would want to take me to the end in the event she won. So I thought, and as correct, she didn't have an idol. So we were all good on that, that move there. So coming into the final 4, I wanted to position myself as best as I could in between multiple sides of the coin. In the event Simmons were to win, then, my position would hopefully be just stick with the Exile Alliance and go for Maddie. In the event that Simmons didn't win, if either Austin, Maddie, or myself won, I would go to the 3 of them and say, listen, Simmons has won many challenges. He's very well socially and integrated into many different groups of people. He's our biggest competition. So could there be the possibility that the 3, post-swap Fumbo tribe who came into the merge with only 3 and in the low end of the numbers, could they bond together and vote me out? Absolutely. But there's never a 100%. I can only do the best to position myself and give myself as many options as possible.
Man of the hour, there he is.
Listen.
Man of the hour.
As soon as I said endurance, I went, oh shit. Because I know I'm not the best at it. When Karen, Jeremy, and I did our final 3 at the first year Sawa, it was wall sit and I dropped in 2 minutes. So, and we also did one of those like water bottle outstretched things. I dropped that, was the second person to drop. So I knew, I was like, shit. I was like,
I knew you had steady hands though. I knew you'd be good with the ping pong ball in the cup.
there is nothing steady about this right now.
I've seen you do these challenges though. You've done pretty good with like stacking things and holding. Like, I don't know. I knew I was not going to win unless you dropped on the transition. So
yeah, I knew like the first round was the only chance I had. So I was like, maybe I'll get lucky and everyone will just drop. But yeah, wasn't meant to be. Anyway, so are we all on board with Maddie? Exile final 3?
The ball's in your court, buddy.
Let's do it. All 4, guys.
I'm honestly happy with whatever happens from there. Just to make it that far in an all-star season, have our season represent. That is good for me.
Yep. Austin, if you're on board,
I'm all do it, boys.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Do you ever think we make it this far?
Nope.
Oh.
Crazy.
Oh.
Crazy stuff.
It is a fire making challenge and not rocks. I don't know if anyone's told you guys that. It is a fire making challenge if there's a tie.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
I don't have a lighter or anything, so I hope it's not a literal fire making, but
that would be interesting, Zucker.
Like I have like spicy bars. I don't want to have to flame all y'all, but like
oh my god. Well, if we do what we say, we won't need to worry about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the only place that my game is lacking is that the jury hasn't seen it the way that they've seen Austin's and the way that they've seen Simmons. I've played a much quieter game, which is what allowed them to work through the back half of the game without us being seen as a true trio. Sure, there were some murmurs, but honestly, like we kept it pretty down low. And that took a lot of effort and a fine line to like coincidentally vote the same way every single time. And so I plan to lay that story out, let them have it, and see where we go.
I would rather Maddie go home. I think she is the better player and has the better case to win. I think she's a very good speaker. She can talk through things. But I do think it could be a detriment to my game if I slip away from my loyal game I played at the very end, and go with Zucker, who was on that tribe. Maybe, I mean, he didn't seem to be too friendly with them, but also they could say, oh, he played the flip-flop game the whole way to the finals. That's pretty impressive. I at least know Maddie and Austin's story. And I think, to be honest with you, I think I was a big driver of that story. So I think I'll be able to, hopefully, if I can portray it the correct way, talk about it and maybe make it look a little bit better for myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all on the same page. Like, if Simmons gets to the end, I don't think either of us have a chance. I think he's played the best overall game. And fortunately, it was a challenge he wasn't great at, the best at, I should say. So, yeah. I mean, this is it. I think we have the best shot against one another.
Yeah,
definitely.
I was telling, like, my shoulder right here is absolutely killing me. And all we needed to do was just make sure that Zucker did not win, which was the case. And now, for the first time, I can say that I will join a final 3.
Welcome to the Final Four Tribal Council. We have our jury, Lex, Shea, Ashley, Kylie, Garsow, Andrew, and Karen, who was voted out at the last Tribal Council. And we have our Final Four. So, Austin, congratulations. You have secured yourself a spot in the final Tribal Council. How are you feeling in this moment?
Emotions are overwhelmed at this time. I feel fantastic. For the first time, I can say I've made a final, and it feels so wonderful to actually feel. I'm like, there's really nothing else I can really say. I would say more. I'm stumbling for words just based off excitement, but I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy like everyone played out of these four and the jury such a wonderful freaking game. And I'm so happy that I decided to be a part of it. There was a big 50-50 of wanting to do it or not. And the 51% said, let's do it. So I'm so thankful I did.
Now for the other three of you, I can sense the tenseness. I can see Simmons just bouncing and lots of nervous energy here. So Simmons, what's your pitch? Why should they vote to keep you?
Maybe they shouldn't. I don't know. I gave my spiel. I think I deserve to be there, and there's no way for me to guarantee I'm going to be there, right? I had a chance at the challenge, fell just short, so I got to play a little bit of a different role this time and preach to Austin, Zucker, and Maddie that I think I deserve to be there, and they should take me. So the ball is kind of in their court right now, and we'll see what comes of it.
Zucker, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. It would have been obviously great to have won, to not only have to worry about, being the vote, but also then controlling what the vote is. So, I made my case to everyone of why I feel I should be someone that is worthy of being taken to the end. Ultimately, I'm happy with the game I played. If it winds up being me tonight, again, no hard feelings, best of luck to the three of you. But I do hope that, I've been as open and honest as I could in this game with every single one of you, and that you take that to heart and feel that I am someone, again, that you want to have as part of the final three.
Maddie, what factors into your decision here at this vote? What are you weighing? Pros and cons?
Yeah,
pretty clear for you. Maybe it's clear. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear for me where I would go. I would say that I knew that I would be in this position, that I would not necessarily win that final challenge. We've seen that all along, that that's not my strength in this game. I don't have that type of game, but that's not the game I intended to play. And so I just sit there and I hope that all the legwork that I've done on the way leading up to this is what gets me to the end.
Does anybody want to give an open pitch to everybody as to what they think the others should be doing at this vote? No? It's okay if not. I just wanted to open up the floor if anybody did want to do that. Well, it is the last time we will be voting somebody out. So is there anything that anybody would like to say before we do that? Okay. Well, then we will vote.
My vote is for Simmons. Again, he's great at this game. I think all three aspects of the game he has down very well. And, again, a risk in keeping him till Final Four. Could have very well won that challenge, but I think we all realize this is the opportunity to somewhat even the playing field for myself, Austin, and Maddie to be one of the ones to win the game. I would have loved to have it been an all-exile Final Three, guaranteeing one of us to win, but I had to put that aside and try and position myself to be the one to pitch my case the best and get the most votes. I know he might be upset by this, but I feel like as a game move, the majority of the jury will understand it and not hold that against me. So again, in the end, my vote is for Simmons. Great game, buddy, as I say right here. Pleasure getting to play with you a lot more in this game than the last game. And outside the game, I want us to continue this friendship.
All right. I'll tally the votes. All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I will read the votes. First vote, Simmons. Zucker. 1 vote Simmons, 1 vote Zucker, 2 votes left. Zucker. "15th person voted out of Survivor All-Stars and the 8th and final member of our jury, Michael Zucker. Zucker, the tribe has spoken."
What do I say? First and foremost, it's been an absolute pleasure. Couldn't be happier to have been back and asked back for this season. I feel like I played as good a game as I could have. Going into this vote, I knew it was a possibility that the three of you from post-swap FUMO would stick it out through the merge, but I really felt I did a good job positioning myself between my Exile alliance with you, Simmons and Austin, as well as in the event that Simmons were not to win Final Four. He's the person that we would all stand the least chance against in the end. So, this scenario was bottom of my list. It wound up being the case, but again, no hard feelings. Seriously, you guys rocked it, and I look forward to giving you a little bit of a rough go of it at Final Tribal. I think that's only fair in an All-Star season. But again, no hard feelings. It's been a pleasure, and love you all. Where do I begin? To go back to my first season playing, I was like a deer in headlights. I didn't know what to expect. I definitely underestimated the involvement and the commitment to this game, but I was around long enough to pick up a lot of different pieces of, if I were to ever come back, of what I would want to do differently from that game in a new game. To have been fortunate enough to have been asked back for not just another season, but an all-star season in particular, it meant so much to me, and it still means the world to me. To be against 17 other great players who have gone as far as even winning this game or making multiple final tribals or just getting far in the game. Everyone had a reason to be here, and the competition was as stiff as I feel like it could have been. Listen, maybe third time's the charm. Maybe if I go another round of it, I'll actually make it to the end and have that chance. But for now, I'm again just extremely happy of the game that I played, of the people that I met, the friendships that I formed. And just thank you to production for having faith in me, to bringing me back, to wanting me back. I hope I made you proud. I hope I put on a good show to the very end, to the near very end. And yeah, it's just, I can't say enough good things about everyone here. Everyone is so caring, so thoughtful, and just loving. And it's my Survivor family. Like, I really truly feel like I have a Survivor family. And for a while it was just me that was the Survivor guy. And fortunately enough, my wife right back there turned her into the big Survivor nerd that I am. But to have a large group of people to bond over with is also something great. So again, it's been an absolute pleasure, and just from the bottom of my heart, thank you.